hello. Welcome to today's episode of Black Geek Energy. I'm Jared.
And I am DeMarcus, and the D today is for damn, because this episode is not going to make a lot of sense.
You said that the D is for that word before. You got to change it up every single time.
No, I can reuse words.
I mean, it doesn't have the same zing to it.
I can reuse words. I can reuse words.
I don't like when you reuse words. It
Well,
just seems.
how about today the D is for dick, and Jared get off mine.
Right. I do want to tell you thank you, DeMarcus. I shared with him that I had an interview that was out in San Jose. And DeMarcus was like, oh, and we could be roommates. I was like, oh, I didn't even think
Did I
about
say
that.
that?
But yeah, you texted. And I was like,
Let
oh,
me go back. Let me go check that.
Okay.
Because
And then
I don't think I said it. Let me check the receipts.
you did. And then and I was like, oh, thank you so much. Because I'm moving to another state would be hard. But yeah, maybe this is the beginning of a friendship between me and
We
DeMarcus after
already
15
friends.
DeMarcus, we are not friends. After 15 years, we are not
I
friends.
did not say that we could be roommates, Jared.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Don't be lying.
Okay, so what DeMarcus was I talking to? What DeMarcus was I talking to?
Hell if I know, because it wasn't this one.
All right.
It wasn't D apostrophe Marcus.
So you're just gonna leave me homeless when I move out there to work.
I didn't say that at all. I'm just saying that I didn't say that before.
So are you saying
you need
it
a place
now
to stay,
on the podcast?
If you need a place to stay, I got you, but you ain't gonna be putting words in my mouth.
I mean, that is what you said, but
keep it 100.
That is what you said. That's what I remember you saying, but I could
Oh, you must have made that up.
No, I mean I could be mistaken, but I don't believe I made that up. But anyway, how was your past week?
This past week it was okay. I got sick in the middle of the week, but then one of my friends who I am planning to move in with, they came up to visit, so me and her went out to get dinner. And it wasn't like the place we went, like it looked good online, had like good reviews, 5 stars. When we went there, it was like not that great. Yeah. And
so you didn't look at the TikTok reviews of it?
No, I don't have TikTok. So no.
I mean you can just Google restaurant TikTok reviews.
I didn't look at that. And then I had got this seafood ramen. I had like lobster and shrimp in it, and it was pretty bland. Like it was spicy, but it was no flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like when stuff just be hot and it still don't taste like nothing. Yeah, that's what it was. Exactly. And then I had got oysters. They oysters weren't hitting on that, hitting on too much. So yeah, I ain't like it. I ain't like it. But yeah.
So you're about to move in with a girl?
Yeah. I'm hoping it's gonna be my homeboy and his girlfriend. His girlfriend just got a new job up here in South SF. So hopefully all three of us can live together. And we all can save a little bit of money, have a great time. These are some of my friends from Seattle. So back when we was partying, 1999, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it's those friends.
What do you mean, those friends?
I don't think that we talked about the when you went to Seattle for that graduation and you had a little rendezvous.
We did it. We're not gonna talk about it on the pod.
Little MFM rendezvous.
Get the hell out of here, Jerry. These are not those friends. No, these are not those friends.
Okay. Just making sure. So do you think that you will have a sequel to the MFM with these people?
No.
And when are you moving?
she said she'll probably move up here in like August or September. So I think my lease ends at the end of August. So we'll, we looking for spots now. We gonna see what's happening. What's up in the air is if excuse me. Excuse me. What's up in the air is if my homeboy actually gonna make the move too, because he actually just moved down to LA not even a year ago, and that's where they live now. So yeah, so he's like, oh, I like it down here in LA, but it's gonna be hard to afford a place for myself. And so they trying to figure out what they gonna do. Either way, I'm moving from where I am into another spot.
So how far is LA?
LA is like 6 hour drive from here.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
so he's in LA and she's in Seattle and they're still
No,
together?
they're both in LA right now. They're both
Oh,
living together
okay.
in LA.
And she just
Yeah.
got a job in Bayou.
It's in San Francisco. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, went
Well,
on a date with a new person. That was pretty fun. She's a little older.
how much older?
She's 8 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's like your age.
No.
Yep.
Marcus, stop smiling like
Anyway.
that before I smack it off you through the computer screen. But continue. So what did y'all do?
We went and got lunch, and then like we just like roller skated for a little bit. I used my new Hampton skates that I got.
Hmm?
Yeah, but they too big though, so I got to return them.
Oh,
And then went to my homegirl housewarming party, and it was like it felt like a mid-20s housewarming party instead of like an early 30s housewarming party, and I appreciate that.
how so?
Like, when you hit your 30s, like parties become more chill. It's more about like meeting people and having conversations, and we all kind of just like, sit around, eat little snacks and stuff. Yo, this was a
And
fucking
instead,
great.
y'all were just on your cell phones, Snapchatting
Oh
and stuff
nah,
like that.
nah. It was a rager. Like in one room, folks playing Rage Cage. There's drinks going around,
What is
stuff
Rage
spilling
Cage?
everywhere. Huh?
What is Rage Cage? Is that another
It's a
type of
drinking
game?
game.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say so, but maybe. But you know what? Maybe because I learned how to play it from some white people. But it's like a beer game. It's like well, it's not like any other game that you play. But so you put a bunch of cups, solo cups, and arrange them in the center of a table.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal of the game is to bounce a ping pong ball into a cup. So you drink the cup, you drink the beer out of the cup, bounce a ping pong ball into it, you pass it to the next person. And the two cups just go around the table. If if the first cup catches up with the second, then then you stack it, and the person who was trying to make the first cup, the person who was trying to make the second cup, they have to drink another beer, then start trying to bounce the ball into a new cup. That's not a great explanation, but if you've played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you were to play it, it would make sense.
So you're bouncing a ball on the dirty table, on the dirty floor. You're just bouncing everywhere. Then you're putting it in your clean drink and drinking it.
Oh no. You drink the beer first and then bounce the ball into the cup.
But you put more alcohol in your cup that the ball has been
Mm-mm,
hitting.
mm-mm. No.
So after you drink, you throw the cups away.
Yeah. Yeah. You always trying to make stuff nasty.
No, because it sounds like that beer pong games that y'all be playing, and like that's like a
Like it's
Marcus.
vaguely similar to beer pong in that there are cups, beer, and ping pong balls involved. But other than that, it's not the same at all. And people don't play beer pong with beer in the cups no more. That's like that was a pre-COVID thing. Like post-COVID, like you put water in the cups and you have a beer on the side that you drink. Yeah,
Well,
we
I
can tell
never
you ain't been
played
to a
it.
party. Wow.
I don't go to straight parties. Gay parties are completely different. We do different things.
Yep. Everybody pulls out their wee wee. Y'all sword
Mm.
fight.
Sword fighting is a straight people thing. That's what y'all do in the locker rooms.
Mm-mm.
So that's
I
not
don't
a
believe
gay
it.
people thing anyway. But Gay people are different than straight people.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How's your week been, Jared?
it has been really uneventful. Nothing really
Hmm.
happened.
How
Um,
did the interview go?
oh, we had several interviews. That interview where you said we were going to be roommates went well.
I never said that.
All right, well,
I'm
I'll
glad it went well,
post.
though.
Okay, I'll post the text messages
I
to.
hope you do. I hope you do.
I will.
And we'll be able to see that that's a different person.
Okay, well, it says DeMarcus Butler at the top of my phone, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was a good interview, but they all are. Um, so I don't know. Hopefully I'll hear something back from them soon.
Mm-hmm. How
But
many interviews did you have this week?
this week, 8.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah, 8. I usually have like 6 to 8 interviews a week.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so you on it? Yeah.
I mean, I've been on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah. Just let me put you on
Mm-hmm.
to this comic book that I'm reading or read.
Mm.
This book is called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Uh, it is about, okay, how am I going to explain this? Okay, so in an anthropomorphic land where like animals are like walking upright and talking to each other,
Mm-hmm.
there's a serial killer, and
Mm.
she actually doesn't kill in her quiet town. She like goes to the big city next to her,
Mm-hmm.
and basically somebody in her city starts to, well, he finds out and starts to like uh become a fan of hers, but
Mm.
she's like, don't be my fan and do some wrong stuff in this little village because you're gonna mess things up for me. But it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
go the way that she wants it. It was it was a very, very, very interesting uh um comic book. It was extremely interesting. It went places where I didn't think that cute little
Mm.
fluffy creatures could go. But yeah,
Who's the publisher?
IDW.
Okay. IDW.
Yeah, IDW. It was good. It
Okay.
was
I was
good.
expecting you to say like image or something like that, but
Mm-mm,
okay.
not this time.
IDW.
IDW does good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think I read any IDW comics.
I think they do Power Rangers.
Really? Hmm. I haven't read any Power Rangers comics.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't read them either,
Yeah.
but somebody out there does.
Mm-hmm. Um, dope, Jared. I'm gonna also put y'all onto something, and this is an oldie
Uh-oh.
but a goodie.
Uh-oh.
I recently rediscovered this anime I used to watch called S Cry Ed. It's hella good. It's an older anime, so it definitely has like that 90s look. Um, and for a long time, I could not find this anime anywhere. Like even back when I was pirating stuff, like it was hard to find it then. But it's recently, I guess they just put it on Crunchyroll. And it's about these people live in this world where there are normal people and there are people called alters who have the ability to like absorb things around them to activate like a certain power that they have. Um, and for some reason, the people who are alters were declared as subhuman by whatever world government is in charge. And so they all live on this separate continent called like the Lost Ground. And what begins to happen is that like there are certain altars that are like I guess deputized by like the peacekeeping force, and they keep the non-deputized alters in line. But like one guy starts to like fight back against that, and it's all about like, the oppressed being used to oppress themselves. And the one guy starts to fight back against that, and they get this rivalry going on with the guy that's like in charge, the strongest guy that's in the strongest altar in the peacekeeping force. And they start to unravel about like where the altars come from and how does this power come about and how are altar people made and stuff like that. It's a really good anime. It's one of those that I watched when I was little that I was like, oh, this is kind of confusing, but it's really good and the action is really good, so I'm gonna stay on it. So yeah, definitely check it out. S Cry Ed.
So in order for them to use their power, they have to absorb people.
Now, no, they absorb the things around them. So
Oh,
like
okay.
So like if one person's to activate their power, they might like take a piece of the ground or like a chunk of a car and absorb it into their body. Now once you get deep into the anime, you do start to see folks who like, or it's one person or thing in particular that absorbs like animals, but I never saw anyone absorb people in that anime. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
S Cry Ed.
So S Cry Ed and Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, those are what we're gonna put you on for this week.
Mm-hmm.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back after this brief commercial break.
I'm gonna go grab a snack and some water and stuff.
BGEN.
Yep. BGEN.
DeMarcus, like you just now starting to do this. BGE commercial? It's Jared here, and before we go more in depth with our geeky discussions, I want to talk to you about something important. Life's an epic quest, full of twists and turns. But guess what? We got a partner for you in this adventure, BetterHelp. You heard it right. BetterHelp.com will connect you with a licensed therapist who gets it. Whether you're battling real life feelings or just need someone to chat with, BetterHelp is your quest guide. So, fellow geeks, go to betterhelp.com/BGEpod. As a listener, you get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/BGEpod. Because leveling up your mental health is just as important as saving the universe. BetterHelp, because even heroes need support.
Welcome back, everybody. I am your game master with the Aster. DeMarcus, and you know how we get started, and you know how we get down.
What's the
We're
Aster?
gonna. I don't know. I've heard that word before, but I'm not sure. Like there's disaster.
Okay.
Without the dis, you just got the Aster.
Okay. What
Okay.
if it means something like anti-Semitic? Semitic.
Then we'll print a retraction next episode.
Okay.
Great. All right, so we just got a little bit of trivia to start today, something that goes along with our episode, and we'll see if you can guess the episode title or what episode we're doing based on this trivia. Leave it in the comments. If you get it, we'll clap for you. Jared, are you ready?
I am ready. I just got to answer some questions. There's no.
Yep. I'll just read the rules of trivia again. DeMarcus asks the questions and judges the answers. Each question is worth 1 point. There are going to be 10 questions. If you get 7 points, you're the winner.
All right. They're just as long as I don't got to say names or read for like 6 people.
Okay, yeah, we're not doing either one of those. You are going to have to say names, but I think this should be easy. You did watch and play Pokemon growing up, did you not?
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Okay, great. You did watch and or play Digimon growing up as well, correct?
I watched it. I do
Great.
not know those monsters.
Great. We are in great shape. You're going to be a winner. It's going to be hella easy.
Oh my God. He always trying to set me up. Okay, let's go.
But these are things you're familiar with. Anyway. So you are going to have to just tell me what comes next for this creature. What does it evolve into?
Okay.
I'll give you the creature, give you a little description or whatever, and you just tell me what it evolves into.
If
Easy
this isn't
peasy.
the 151, I'm about to be over you.
It's generation 1 and 2. Generation 1 and 2. So it's gonna be the first 250 or however many it was. I don't remember. Good. It is definitely generation 1 for Digimon.
All right.
Digimon Tamers, the one the Digimon, Digital Monsters, that one.
Champions.
Yep, that one. Okay. Great. You know what I'm talking about. Perfect. So you shouldn't get any wrong. Right?
I
Okay.
love your faith in me as
All
you
right.
laugh.
Number 1, Metapod. It is waiting for its moment to evolve. At this stage, it can only harden, so it remains motionless to avoid being attacked. What does Metapod evolve into?
Butterfree.
Okay, easy. See, Jerry, you were worried for nothing. All right. Number 2,
Okay.
Pidgey. Very docile. If attacked, it will often kick sand to protect itself rather than fight back. What does Pidgey evolve into?
Uh Pidgeotto?
Okay, Jerry. See, you need to say that with your chest, though, man. We need some confidence.
These are
Uh,
like the first Pokemon that like when you walk into the grass region, these are the first ones
mm-hmm.
that you find.
These are some of the first ones you see. Yep. You see Metapod when you're going through that little insect forest. When I first played Pokemon, I got lost in that forest like twice. And I was like, how the fuck do I get out of here? I was getting pissed. Um,
Yeah. I always got the guides when I got the Pokemon games.
See, I didn't cheat. I just figured it out for myself. All right, switching over to
Hold on. Getting the
switching over
guide
to some
isn't cheating.
Digimon. Switching over to some Digimon. This is one of the first Digimon we see. Agumon. It's a reptile Digimon. It has grown up and become able to walk on 2 legs and has the appearance of a tiny dinosaur. What does Agumon evolve into most of the time? Because as we're gonna find out, Digimon evolution ain't as streamlined as Pokemon.
I only know one Digimon evolution, and it's not Agumon. So I am just gonna say Godzillamon.
Jared, if that's how you're gonna play this game, we can stop right now because that's wrong, and it's not even close.
What is it?
Agumon digivolves into Greymon.
Oh, Greymon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I mean, it is a bigger Agumon with a skull on his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Number
I
4.
haven't seen Greymon. I haven't seen that name in like 20 years.
Me too. All right, number 4. Palmon. Vegetation Digimon. It has a tropical flower blooming on its head. This one is partnered with Mimi in the cartoon, the fancy girl with like the big old hats and stuff. Real
Yeah.
fancy. Wears pink. You know what I'm talking about? Okay,
Yeah.
great. What does Palmon digivolve into? Who does Palmon digivolve into? What? Who? What? Let's go with what?
I think that okay. So the only evolution that I know of, I'm gonna tell you, it's Anji Woman. I mean Angel Woman or whatever. But I don't know if like the evolution for that is a cat or the little bush baby you was talking about. And I think it's a cat. Anji Woman is a cat before she's Anji Woman. So it's not Anji Woman. So I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
say um I'm just gonna say Tanglemon.
Say it again.
Tanglemon.
Close, but no. It's actually Togemon.
Oh.
Um, so it digivolves from like this flower with this like sort of like vegetation reptile thing with a flower on its head to a big ass cactus with boxing gloves on.
I don't even remember that. I
All
do not
right.
even.
All right. Next one. Back to this Pokemon. So these should be easier.
Okay.
Growlithe has a brave and trustworthy nature. It fearlessly stands up to bigger and stronger foes. What does Growlithe evolve into?
I want to say Articuno, but that is the ice bird.
Okay,
It's
okay,
like,
because I was like, that's way off.
well, it starts with an A. It's like
Hmm.
an ARC
If
name.
you can spell it, I'll accept that as the answer.
I don't I don't oh R K9.
I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Arcanine, yes, that is
Okay.
correct. So,
I
Jared, right now
haven't,
you are at 3. You got
yeah.
3, Jared. Let me start keeping track.
Yeah, I haven't seen these names in like so long.
Man, you gotta. I haven't watched Pokemon in a long time either. Like once they changed the art, I was like, I'm out of here. And even
Yeah.
before that, I wasn't really watching it. But once they definitely changed the art, I was like, I'm not watching this no more.
Yeah, I
But
think
I
I
do
went to
want to watch the
college.
Pokemon anime. Huh?
I went to college.
Oh, I do want to watch the Pokemon anime where they have Red from the game as the main character instead of Ash.
Hmm. Is this
Hmm.
new?
I don't know, but I've been seeing clips of it online. Um, and like he be catching like legendary Pokemon and shit. And I'm like, this is what I wanted Pokemon to be, not Ash over here making friends with every fucking body.
Oh, I thought you liked
But
friendship.
yeah, but I'm like, I want Ash to like literally catch them all.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So remember, we're only doing Pokemon for Generation 1 and 2. Magmar, found near the mouth of a volcano. This fire breather's body temperature is nearly 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. What does Magmar evolve into?
So Magmar is like, it looks like sludge almost, and the evolution looks like a
Mm-mm,
person.
mm-mm. Magmar is. It looks like a fat guy that's stuck with like a kiss face, like. And if you remember the one Pokemon episode that Magmar was in was the one when Ash was trying to get like the fire badge or something like that. And it was Charizard versus Magmar. No, you don't remember any of this?
I do
Okay,
not
cool. It's gonna be
remember
hard for you then.
Pokemon episodes. I don't know, so I'm just gonna say Magnus X is the evolution.
Wow, Magmar does not evolve until like a later generation. Um, yeah, yeah,
And,
no,
and
that's
what
not
and
it
what
at
is
all.
what what's the evolution called?
And I think like in Generation 3 is when Magmar evolved. And it was called Magmotar.
You say you're only doing one and two.
Yeah, and so the answer was no evolution. Are you dissatisfied?
Yes, I am dissatisfied with the rules of this game. Oh my God. You say you were only okay. Magmar is a Pokemon, even oh my God. Even though you're only doing
Magmar
one
does
and
not
two,
evolve. That was the answer. It does not. I said, and that's
it
why I
does
reminded
evolve.
you.
It does evolve.
That's why I reminded you we're only doing generations 1 and 2.
Oh my
In
God.
those generations, Magmar did not evolve. I reminded you before, right when I asked the question. Number
Continue
7.
with this thing that
We're
you
going
are
back to Digimon. This one is an easy one.
cheating.
Garurumon is a wolf-like beast Digimon with a
Okay.
pale silver pelt.
Hmm.
Garurumon's fur is said to be as hard as mithril, the legendary metal. This Digimon is paired with the blonde guy with the green shirt. I don't remember his name. Um, but he was real anti. He was always trying to leave the group and shit. He just had a big ass chip on his shoulder.
Hmm.
So what does Garurumon digivolve into?
Metal Garurumon.
Man, that's close. You was whew. Eventually, yes, but first he has to become Were Garurumon.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
He goes from 4 legs to 2 legs. He gets some jeans.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Another Digimon. And this is from, I guess, the Digimon line that you like from what you mentioned. All
Hmm.
right. Anjamon, the boy one,
Yeah.
not the girl one. The boy one, not the girl one, is an angel Digimon with 6 wings and a body clad with divine white cloth. This being of absolute goodness is said to bring happiness, and Anjuman remains utterly composed in the face of evil. What does Anjuman digivolve into?
Anjuman is already the evolution. Like,
Nope, there's a level above Anjuman.
oh my God. Yeah, I
What does
know. There's like
Anjuman
a
do?
level and side levels and crap like that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna say Metal Anjuman. Oh no 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 no! It was something like and it was something with woman. I know it's something with woman. I'm gonna say Anji woman. Metal Anji woman.
Anjuman digivolves into Anjuwoman. He goes
Metal
from
Anji
male to
woman.
female and gets stronger.
No no no! It's always a female, but I think it was on Metal Anji woman.
Anjuman, the boy version of this angel Digimon. There are two different Digimon. There's Anjuman and there's Anjuwoman. They're two different things. And Anjuman, the male, digivolves into Metal Anjuwoman, is what you're saying.
Right. Okay, wait, what's the D? Okay, so what's the step down of Angemon?
That is Patamon.
The
It's like
little
the orange one that couldn't digivolve for a long time. It got like the little wings on his head, like the ear wings, and it could
oh
fly. And he was like the last one to digivolve.
uh okay, I'm just uh, metal wear Angemon.
Shut the fuck up, Jerry. Anjuman digivolves into Magna Anjuman.
Okay.
He just becomes a bigger angel with even more wings. We're back on Pokemon. All right. Bayleaf is one of the starters, and Bayleaf specifically. Chikorita is one of the starters that evolves into Bayleaf. And Bayleaf has a scent that wafts from around its neck, somehow making those who smell it want to fight. What does Bayleaf evolve into? I used to hate
Bailey.
Bayleaf in Pokemon Gold when I played it because I would always choose Totodile as my starter, and that's like the water type, and Bayleaf is the grass type, and that Bayleaf would be fucking strong, bro.
Yeah. So you never chose the grass types?
Mm. I chose Bulbasaur as a starter before, and I was mad because that bitch was weak.
I love
And it
Bulbasaur.
was only weak because you ran into so many bird type Pokemon early on.
Yeah, the first gym was fire. Yeah, I love Bulbasaur to start off with.
And
Um,
the first gym was Rock in Generation One.
it was?
Yeah, because Brock's gym was the first gym.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think grass types are weak against Rock anyway. So it was you had a tough time either way.
I don't no, I think that grass is easy against rock.
Grass is good against ground. Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, this question. What does Bayleaf evolve into?
Mm-hmm.
The next one or the ultimate one?
The next step up from Bayleaf, and I think it's only one step up. It's a Chikorita's a 3-stage Pokemon. It's Chikorita, Bayleaf, then who?
Okay. Chikorita, Bayleaf, and then Chikorito.
Shut the fuck.
Metal Chikorito. Metal Chikorito.
It's Meganium. And that Meganium was a bitch too. That motherfucker was fucking strong in that game, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Jared, the last one, I feel like you should get because I feel like this Pokemon it gives me Jared vibes. Like I think that this is a Pokemon that you would have enjoyed and you would have made sure you had every time you played through the game.
Okay.
But I
So
could be
it's
completely
sounding
wrong.
like this is a gay joke, and the answer is going to be Mr. Mime.
No, this is a Jared. This is a Jared joke.
Okay.
Not even a joke. It's a Jared thing.
Okay.
So
So the answer is Jinx, and this is a very homophobic thing that you're about to do. But go ahead.
if anything, Jared, I'll make you Mr. Mime. Um, Seadra is the seahorse Pokemon. The males raise the young. If it is approached while caring for its young, it will use its toxic spines to fend off the intruder. Seadra did not get into evolution until Generation 2, and you saw it when it fought the Dragon Master Lady in Generation 2. What does Seadra evolve into?
So Seadra, the de-evolution is Horsey, right?
Horsey. Yep.
Okay,
Horsey.
okay. So Horsey, Seadra, Kingdra, Metal King.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Jared. Look at I told you was gonna get this one. I knew this was your kind of
Why,
Pokemon.
why would I like that? Why would I
This
like Kingdra?
seems like a Pokemon that you would like. Because
No.
Whenever I saw Seadra or Kingdra in the show or in the game, it always seemed like they had a lot of fucking attitude. And I was like, that's Jared all the way. I was like,
First of all,
this
I don't.
Pokemon is pissed off for no reason, and that's Jared.
He gotta raise kids. None of his, none of the other male Pokemon gotta raise kids, and he's the only one.
I guess. All right, Jared. Unfortunately, you lost today's game. You do not know your Pokemon or Digimon, which kind of sucks because I
I
thought that would have
guess.
been, your thing. I thought you were
Well,
playing these games.
I mean,
I thought
you're the
these were
one
your
trying to throw
geekdoms.
curveballs in there with he doesn't get an evolution until number 3. Like, that's not what you asked. But okay.
That was just extra information.
All right. Well,
The answer was he has no evolution.
okay. Okay.
Anyway, if you haven't figured it out today, folks, today we are talking about evolution in Pokemon and Digimon. Maybe some other things as they come up, but mainly the Pokemon and Digimon and how different they are, and why does the Digimon evolution make no fucking sense?
What? Okay.
So let's start with the easy one. Let's start with Pokemon.
Okay.
I'm bringing up this explanation of Pokemon's evolution, and it kind of makes sense. Pokemon evolution. Typically, Pokemon grow a little bit tougher each time they level up, but sometimes their development takes a drastic leap that transforms them into an entirely new species of Pokemon. These new forms are often more powerful and can learn different moves and may even take on new types or abilities. But for the most part, Pokemon evolutions make sense. You got Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, they're all Saurs. You got Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, they're all Chars. It makes sense. And they go from little dragon, medium-sized dragon, big-ass dragon with wings. Makes complete sense. No questions asked. But in Digimon, evolution in Digimon is the process in which Digimon undergo a radical reconfiguration of their body structure and data and usually transform into a new, stronger species of Digimon. So some similarities in that the evolution still makes them stronger. The big difference is that radical reconfiguration of their body structure and data. That I can't explain that better than they have just now, because you get evolutions like this, like Agumon, so like a little tiny dinosaur changes to Greymon, bigger dinosaur with a skull on his head, makes sense so far, to Metal Greymon, all right, even bigger dinosaur with a metal mask and like a metal arm, and then you got War Greymon, it's like a smaller like dinosaur like thing completely covered in metal. Let's see. You get a wilder one like Palmon that goes from like the little like flower thing turns into like a big ass cactus with boxing gloves that we was talking about earlier. And then Palmon digivolves into Lilymon, which is just like a little girl, like a fairy with wings that comes out of the flower on top of the cactus.
Oh, okay. Oh, I liked her. The pink fairy thing.
Yeah, but like what?
Yeah, okay.
And so, and what I like about um what I like about Pokemon is that the evolutions make sense and you can always remember them.
Mm-hmm.
And in Digimon, they don't. Because I've played the Digimon games too. I played Digimon World on PlayStation. And
Mm-hmm.
like I was like, ooh, I'm gonna like raise these Digimon. Like they follow you around and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna raise these Digimon. I'm gonna get me a Greymon. I'm gonna get me, this thing, that thing. And that is not how that game works at all.
How does it work?
That in that game, you have to raise your Digimon in a particular way in order to get a particular Digimon. So when I first started playing it, I would always get Numamon. And if you remember Numamon, it was like the sludge Digimon. It just throws poop at everybody.
Oh no.
And it was hella weak. So if you get a Numa, it's like if you raise your Agumon and you specialize in attack, then you get Greymon. But if you specialize in defense, you'll get like Monochromon. And like it has to be that particular stat has to hit a certain level in order for you to get that Digimon. Or else you're just gonna get Numamon if you don't specialize in any stat or don't complete any of the like requirements to the Digivolve.
Wow. Yeah,
So
I'm
in
looking at
Digimon,
these evolutions while you talk about them, and it doesn't make any sense. Uh, these
mm-hmm,
these evolutions, because it's like a little head thing, then it evolves to a cat, then it evolves into like this pink mouse thing, then this green sludge monster, then
which
it
one are
can,
you talking
I'm talking
about?
about Numamon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Numamon is the cat thing. And then it can either evolve into this teddy bear or this winged white sludge monster thing. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start to
Mm-hmm.
think about it, like these are logical beasts. Cause like Digimon is all takes place in the digital realm. And like what's the
Mm-hmm.
digital realm like? When you think about it, like Digimon is like my first isekai. Cause
Yo, it low key is.
yeah, because they were
Low
bouncing
key.
back and forth from this other
Mm-hmm.
world. Um, so it was the isekai before I even knew what isekai was. But like, did anything in Digimon ever make sense? Like the storylines, the enemies, the motivations, did anything make
I think the
sense?
storylines make sense. Like the whole theme song, like they're there to save the digital world. The digital world is being
Mm-hmm.
attacked and it's starting to cross over into the real world, and they're there to stop it. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why. I don't know why Digimon were always trying to like get out of the digital world into the real world. Because
Yeah.
whenever you saw a Digimon in the real world that was stuck there, they was like, I'm trying to get back. Like,
Yeah.
what is that's the part that never made sense. I guess they just wanted to be real, Jared.
But
They
they
wanted to
were
be.
real. They had real motivations and real
Mhm.
they have real lives in the digital world. Like that didn't make any sense. Them trying to get into the real world and mega evolutionize into whatever.
This just came to me. So
Okay.
Digimon, like they only reach their full potential when they have a partner. So
Mm-hmm.
when they're paired with a human. And I think that's like the main motivation for like Digimon trying to get into the real world is to like meet a human to meet their partner. Maybe Digimon's just like a love story, bro. It's like everybody, the Digimon's just trying to find their person and reach their full potential and just live life with their person.
Digimon is can't be this love story, this bestiality thing. Um,
it
but yeah,
yo
so Digimon still comes on. Like there are still new episodes.
are
But
there
yeah, like I think that the last series aired like a year or two ago.
okay.
And like I didn't watch it, but they say it's like darker, more realer. The people are they're still like kids, but they have grown up since the first show.
Mm.
And yeah, they're still trucking, they're still moving forward. So like I think that the series now, after all that they went
Mhm.
through, I think that will give more answers, but I haven't watched that show since season 2.
Yeah, well, you have okay. So if we go through a few of the Digimon series, you have Digimon Adventure,
Mhm.
which was like 2000s. Like that was the one that was introduced to me. That's the Digimon Digital Monsters, that one. And then I
Champions. That was my favorite
and
part.
then Digimon Tamers was like the next one. And that was the one with shit, I can't remember this Digimon's name. Growlmon, and they had the little devices with the cards, and they had to swipe them to give
Yeah.
their Digimon different powers. Did you watch this
Yeah.
one?
I
No.
think I did. Yeah, I think I did.
And then the next one, I hated it. Digimon Frontier, where they used to like combine with the Digimon, put them to Digivolve. Do you remember
Yeah,
this one?
yeah, this is when they started to lose me.
Yeah, like I like that one. And then I also watched like Digimon Fusion, which was like the Digimon themselves would combine to create new Digimon. And I was like, I hate this so much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But what I did like about Digimon is that the characters, like them original characters like Tai and TK, Mimi, like they kind of stuck around,
Hmm.
and you would see them like as adults, like talking to like the younger Digimon tamers and like
Hmm.
helping them out, like telling them what to do and stuff. And like, hey, when we were, back when we were like running around with our Digimon, this was
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
I did enjoy that. So that's one thing I enjoy about Digimon more than Pokemon is that there's there's growth and you can see the growth in the show, whereas Ash has been 10 years old for at least 30 years.
yeah. Ash is forever a child.
Yeah.
Um, but
But he
but
finally
then
won the Pokemon thing. He
finally,
finally won the
finally, you would think he would have like went to school, but no. Like, okay, let's talk about Ash. So his
Okay.
mom doesn't mind that he is going on these worldwide adventures with this with this other girl that she doesn't know and this boy that she doesn't know. And she just says, okay, you could go out because I know of Professor Oak and he does this stuff. So you can go out and you can do it. So
I
really?
think I think Pokemon, I think like going on your Pokemon journey is sort of like a rite of passage for uh in that world. And like you can choose to say, hey, I'm gonna go at 10 years old, you can be like, hey, I'm gonna be a Pokemon trainer and that's what I'm gonna do for my life. Or you can be like, nah, I'm just gonna like stay in school and like become like a janitor or something or a lawyer. Who knows?
I
But
just think
so
that's a very hazardous thing. But then the Pokemon are so subservient. Like they rarely attack the humans that are enslaving them. Like, what's that all about?
But I think the same deal, like the same thing that we just talked about with Digimon, is that Pokemon only reach not only, but Pokemon can more easily reach their full potential when they are partnered with a human, with a trainer. Because I think in one like either I was watching the show or I was playing the game, and like somebody says to you that like Pokemon Pokemon that have a trainer are usually stronger than wild Pokemon, just like off rip. Like if you have two Pokemon that are exactly the same in every other factor, like same level, same stats or whatever, the one with the trainer is going to be stronger.
I mean, okay, I can see that because the power of friendship always creeps up.
I think it's just like as a person, if we look at Pokemon as animals, which they kind of are, um, you as a person, you have a lot more foresight and forethought, and a lot, than like an animal has. Like a dog, what I'm saying, like training a dog,
So you
because the
say
way we
that
hear it,
so
the
so
way
so
we hear
you're
it is that. Sorry, go
oh
ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say the way we hear it that dogs are happier when they're trained. If they're, what I'm saying, if you're training your dog and like have like a routine for them, they're usually happier than just like if they just doing whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, okay, but I'm not going to say that if you train a Pekingese to the age of 3, and on his birthday, you say, okay, now go fight this other Pekingese who just turned 3, who been living in the wild for all his life, not up under you. Who is gonna win? The wild Pekingese that has wolf-like training, or your Pekingese that's been a spoiled brat all his life?
See, I think you're looking at it like how most people raise their animals versus like actual training. Most people don't train their pets. Most pets just run around and do whatever the fuck they want. They lay around all day, eat, get fat, whatever.
Okay, so
But I
so
think
so
if
if you
you, I
have
think
a police
train the dog
dog.
to fight, yeah, like a police dog,
Okay, so if you have a police dog, if you have the
like a
same
German
type
Shepherd,
of, what is that? A Dachshund, whatever police dogs
German
are.
Shepherd.
Yeah, German Shepherd. And you find a German Shepherd in the wild that has to feed itself, that had to fight for itself, that has to mate and do all that stuff. And this probably police trained dog probably has his balls cut off and still
Mm?
gets 3 meals a day that it doesn't have to fight for, but it's trained. Who do you think is going to win, Demarcus?
I don't know, man. I think that's a much closer fight.
Hmm.
And we're saying they're the same in every other factor. So
Yeah.
both don't now one of them got balls or both of them got balls.
Okay.
Don't take away the
So
police
so so,
dog
so
balls.
they both have balls.
Okay.
But if it's the
But
same, then you have this muscular um uh police dog who works out every day, does his police training, and then you have this muscular, equally um everything wild dog who's been out in the wild all day. Who do you think's gonna win?
I think it's gonna be close there. I can't call it. I can't
I
call it. I wish
can.
I could, but I can't. Because I feel like, especially if the police dog has his trainer with him, and the trainer can be like, "Hey, do this, do that." I think the two of them gonna win, but working
No,
together.
Balto is gonna
The
win.
power of friendship.
Yeah, nah, not Oliver and Company's not gonna win. Balto is gonna win this fight. I really do think that. And plus, with Pokemon, all of the Pokemon that are catchable are like little peons when you start to think of Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, Ho-Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the real celestial Pokemon that can manipulate time and space and everything.
That's different. I think you get into like I think you get into like a yeah, they are the Pokemon that are catching. I don't know, like you got stuff Pokemon like Arcanine. That's like Arcanine ain't no hoe. Dragonite ain't no little bitch out here.
Yes, he is. Dragonite
No,
is a little.
man.
Dragonite's like Drake.
Dragonite can't.
Dragonite's like Drake. He will never be Charizard, even though he wants to be. So Dragonite is starts out as like this little sea worm. All right, this little sea
Mm.
worm, and then all of a sudden it glows for a day, and then it finds out that being this dragon thing is better and more popular. No,
But then
Dragonite will
Dragonite
never be Charizard.
uh
Dragonite will never be Jared.
Charizard starts out as
Gyarados.
like a little fucking lizard though. Come on.
Who?
Charizard starts out as an oversized gecko.
Yes, an oversized gecko into a bigger oversized gecko into a dragon. That is a more linear path. Dragonite,
It, you right.
like what is
And
Dragonite?
Pokemon is starting to get wild with their evolution requirements too. Because I know I didn't play it, but like at a certain point, it was like, oh, like this Pokemon will evolve into. I think, a matter of fact, there was one. Oh, never mind. Hold on, maybe not. I don't know. There was one called shit. It was a fighting type Pokemon, and it could evolve into like Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, or Hitmontop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of them was like you had to be friends with it. It's like the friendship level has to be at a certain point with that Pokemon for it to evolve into Hitmontop, I think. But that's when Pokemon started getting out of the box for me. I'm just like, all right, you got to, level up evolution, cool. Stone, using a stone evolution, cool, makes sense. And then like trading, I was like, I don't understand this one. This one's a little wild, but it's been in there since the beginning. Like you trade the Pokemon, something about it, flowing through the little tube or whatever makes it evolve. Sure. Once it's like, oh, you have to be friends with this Pokemon. That's how you get it to evolve. And then now it's stuff like, oh, if you're friends with it and you get it to the right level at night, it's going to evolve into stuff. Versus if you get it to the right level at the daytime, it's going to evolve into something different. There was one Pokemon in Pokemon Gold that you could only get if, I think it was called Shedinja, and you had to have his base form, and then you had to have like an empty slot in your Pokemon, in like your Pokemon list, or you have your 6 Pokemon that you can travel. You got to have an empty slot, and then once the Pokemon evolves, you'll get whatever it evolves into, and because it's like a bug, and I guess it like sheds its skin. So you'll get the Pokemon that shedded the skin, and also the skin that it shed becomes a different Pokemon. Oh, and I can't remember what that joint is called. Yeah. So the one I'm talking about is called Shedinja. Let me see. It comes the other one is called Ninjask, and it looks like a cicada. Nincada is the Pokemon that you have to evolve. So if you have a Nincada, you raise it to level 20, and then it'll evolve. But if you have an empty slot in your Pokemon party, you'll get Ninjask and Shedinja. So I think while what the Pokemon becomes makes sense, it's like, oh, a little cicada with no wings turns into a big cicada with no wings. And I think the way these things evolve and the way you get some of these Pokemon starts to not make sense.
Actually, the only thing that doesn't make sense for Pokemon is they're magically evolving because they pass through a tube. That doesn't even make sense to me. But like having someone evolve because you're best friends with them, that definitely makes sense to me, especially after watching the show. Really? And yeah, I mean, we both said the power of friendship can do amazing things, and like somebody's your friend so hard that you evolve into your next level. Yeah, I definitely totally can see that, especially for Pokemon. But that was that ninja.
We are such good friends. I'm gonna evolve for you.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I don't know, man. It's starting to sound like a love story again, Jared. I'm just saying.
Well,
All right. I got a few like weird ways to evolve Pokemon. I'm gonna see. You be the judge, Jared. Tell me if these make sense. Okay. So there's a Pokemon called Relor. And it's basically like the stink bug Pokemon that kind of, those bugs that like roll up doo-doo in Africa. It's one of those basically. What's the name?
Dung beetles.
The dung beetles, yeah.
You never watched Wild Geographic, did you?
I did. That's how I know what it is. All right. So to evolve Relor into the bug and psychic type Rabska, the player must take 1,000 steps using the Let's Go feature in the game. And this is from like one of the most recent Pokemon games. Okay. So like I've never played this Pokemon game with Relor in it. But yeah, which allows the lead Pokemon to follow the player, much like the Pokemon. Oh, okay. So Relor has to like follow you around the way Pikachu used to follow you around in Pokemon Yellow. And you got to do it like 1,000 steps at least with Relor.
But like, Let's Go, it's like the little thing that you like take with you and like counts your actual real life steps.
Is it?
Yeah, Let's Go Pokemon. It's like a little device that Pokemon you take with
Go.
You.
That's Pokemon Go, not
Pokemon Go. I don't think. Yeah, Pokemon Go counts your steps, but like this thing is an actual device. It's a separate device. Let's go, Pokemon. Isn't it?
I don't know. Now I gotta look it up, Jared, because you confusing me. No, this is a feature in the Pokemon game as you're
Oh,
exploring the Paldea region.
oh,
So the same way, like, and I think they just brought back this feature from Pokemon Yellow. It's like, oh, I want folks are like, oh, I want to have my Bulbasaur follow me outside the Pokeball, and that's what
mm.
this is. All right, so that one you need 1,000 steps, and then you got to level it up. Level it up. Um,
And it's a bug type.
it's a bug type, and then it evolves to like a bug socket type. And there's another one called Pomo that does the same thing, and another one called Bramblin that does like a similar thing.
Yikes.
Okay, let me.
And watch these Pokemon not even powerful. Like if you're doing this, you really just want to really collect them all. Like you're not trying to win the game. You're just want to collect them all. Which I guess is another part of the game, but I was trying to get powerful Pokemon.
What? I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I want the powerful Pokemon, and I want my favorites.
Yeah.
So like, I would get Magikarp just so I could get Gyarados.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would get. I'm trying to think of like a weak Pokemon that I liked, but there's not many because I like the strong guys. Mm. All right, but another one that has a weird evolution is Bisharp, and it evolves into King Gambit, and you have to defeat 3 Bisharps that lead a group of Poniards, and I think that's it. You gotta level it. You gotta level it up to the right level, but before it gets to that level, it has to defeat 3 Bisharps that lead a group of Poniards, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what Poniards are.
Me
The one
neither.
before Bisharp. All right, what's the
Okay.
number one weirdest one? Oh, this thing looks it's not ugly. It doesn't. It looks weak, Jared, and you wouldn't like it. Um. All right. So Milcery is a cream-based Pokemon. Sounds
Cream.
nasty.
Cream. Milcery?
Milcery. It's a fairy
Yuck.
type Pokemon. It is
Oh, I like
female
fairies.
only.
Okay.
It is female only. This is sounding sexual, and the cream smells sweet.
Okay, okay.
And it's from Generation 8. Okay. So Milcery's evolution process added several factors. These includes held items, time of day, spin length, spin direction, which could result in 70 different versions of alchemy.
It's crazy.
As an example, a vanilla cream alchemy was achieved by spinning clockwise for less than 5 seconds during the day.
Okay.
Exactly. Like, this is why I stopped playing Pokemon because I'm like, what am I doing now? Like,
So you would have to physically spin or like spin in the game?
bro, I don't know. I think you have to spin in the game, but I think like because it's on this. I think this one was probably on Switch or something. So you may
Yeah.
have to spin in real life. You have
So
to you have to like spin your body around or something with the
uh,
Switch in real life because a Switch can detect like movement, can it?
yeah, yeah, switch can detect movement. Um, let me look up Milcery Move God to see if this thing is worth all this trouble because already it doesn't look like um
I'm not
it's
that hyped
worth.
about an Alchemy.
Yeah, yeah, you're not hype about it, but let's just see. Oh, this it changed it to military.
I mean, this as much as it takes for this Pokemon to evolve, I better not need not another Pokemon the entire game. Like once I get the
Exactly.
Alcremie, that should be it.
Wow, that is crazy. Okay. Anyways, I'm tired of looking at this. Yeah, I'm tired of looking at this.
So another one is the Galarian Farfetch'd. Now, Jerry, you
Oh,
might not
okay.
be aware of this,
Yeah,
but
his
like,
mom.
huh?
Oh, go ahead.
You might not be aware of this, but there are you can go to a different region and there will be the same Pokemon, but it's different.
Yeah, but black. So
Yeah.
I noticed that. I noticed I noticed that. So like in the commercials, like they will have the regular Pokemon and then the black Pokemon, which
So this is the
like
black region. Okay.
like 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 the indigenous
It was just
Pokemon.
black. Okay. But for the to evolve the Galarian Farfetch'd into Surfetch'd, um, you have to go into battle and score at least 3 successful critical hits.
What? Critical hits are random. So you
Say it
have to
again.
score a critical hit.
3
Oh,
in a
but
single
but
battle.
but those are random.
I mean, there's like there's like your critical hit chance that Pokemon have. So I guess that makes a difference, I guess.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like so I would be so dismayed as a child walking into Pokemon now because it's gonna be so hard to get these fucking Pokemon. And you're
Yeah.
gonna be playing for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, how many Pokemon is it in this day and age? In 2024, there are 1,025 Pokemon.
Crazy. So
You gotta
like,
catch them all.
I mean, like, can a game handle all those Pokemon nowadays?
Well, they never put all the Pokemon in a single game. They always release like 2 different versions or 3 different versions, and you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
like,
But if you are gonna catch them all, can they all be in your one Switch?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not.
Right. And then could you play
But
other games on the Switch with all the Pokemon?
those Pokemon gonna take up all your space? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. But conversely, there are 1,490 Digimon as of March 10th, 2024.
So you said how many?
1,490 Digimon. So there are what 400, what 450, 460 more Digimon
Yeah.
than there are Pokemon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
so I found the move list for alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, all right. It's level 50 move, like its ultimate move is called entertainment. At level 45, it gets misty terrain, 40
Mm-hmm.
recover, 35 dazzling gleam, 30 acid armor. Like it's not even a powerful Pokemon to do all this spinning and jumping jacks at night. Like it goes aromatherapy at 20, draining kiss. Like, what is this? What is this?
I don't know, Jared. I don't know, Jared. Um. So okay. So I want to go back to Digimon real quick and talk about
Mhm.
what evolution is. So Pokemon. One thing Pokemon has on it is it has like these very straight or very contained evolutionary tracks. But from what I can see in Digimon, any Digimon can almost become any other Digimon.
Mhm.
So I'm going to read you a list of Digimon that can become Agumon, the tiny dinosaur that we all know and love. So Algamon, Gigimon, Greymon, which is Agumon's evolved form, can become an Agumon, like can digivolve into an Agumon.
Okay.
Koromon, which is the one we saw, Nyaramon, Skumon, Shoutmon, Upamon, and Wanyamon. I'm not done. I'm not done. Any black level 2 Digimon, any blue level 2 Digimon, any green level 2 Digimon, any red level 2 Digimon, or any yellow level 2 Digimon can also become Agumon.
Okay. Okay.
So
So can an Anji woman become an Anji man.
So you know what,
That
Jared? You might have been right when you said I might need to go back and give you some of these points. You said Anjuman evolves into Anjuman. Because
yeah.
according to this list, maybe it can fucking happen. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Jesus. Do you have a favorite? Well, you said your favorite Digimon was Anjuman.
Yeah, Anji
Do you have
woman,
any other?
yeah.
You have any other favorite Digimon?
My second one would be the little fairy thing with the green wings. I like her
You
a
didn't even know
lot.
that one existed until we looked it up just now.
You're right. I definitely did not. But um I saw the picture and I really liked it. I mean, I remember
Mhm,
when I was little really
mhm,
liking the little fairy thing. Um, yeah, Andre Woman
mhm.
and all her evolutions. Like I know that when she kept leveling up, she kept getting more wings and more armor. I did like the ultimate, but I liked the one in the middle. I forgot what it's called. Hold on. It was like called, what is all of this? Wow, that's a lot. Wow, that's a lot of evolutions for one thing. Oh, this is two
What are you looking
things.
at?
So I just typed in evolution Angemon, and there are two Digimon, and they can both evolve to something different. Oh,
Hmm.
this is Angemon and Angemon. Okay. But then they can both evolve into the same things. I'm over
I
this.
guess.
All right. All right. Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy. All
So
right.
what I'm
Okay.
seeing.
But well, I like Anji Woman.
Okay. Anji Woman. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is Anji Woman did evolve into Ofanimon, and then it can go even further to Ofanimon fall down mode. Is that what that says? Yeah. Ofanimon fall down mode. Looks like a falling type thing. Then its max form is Ordinamon or Dinamon. Hmm. Plotmon is the base form. Okay, cool. My some of my favorite. I'm a sucker for the main character Digimon. So like Agumon, Vmon, Growlmon, like those are some of my favorites. Mostly because like they're pretty consistent. Like I see them a lot. I know what they turn into. I know how to fuck with them. Also Leomon, because Leomon was always a G. Always came in like the solving problems. Or if he was a
Mm,
bad guy, if it was like the Black Leomon, a different episode we have to talk about like why do they make the black Digimon evil?
mm,
Because there was a dark Leomon, he was evil. There's a dark Greymon, he's evil. Why being dark skinned make you evil?
yeah. I mean, I know why, but I just need them to say it.
Okay. Are you ready for a break, Jared?
I am because this really has got my mind blown. But in closing, are you going to watch Digimon and Pokemon?
I just found I looked it up a little bit earlier. The Pokemon anime that stars Red. So I guess it follows the game closer. It's called Pokemon Origins, and I'm gonna watch that. And it's a mini series apparently
And when was it made?
from 2013.
Okay.
It's got
Okay.
one season. How many episodes will it tell me? Motherfucker. It's not telling me right now. It's doing a lot of other stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check that out because that look like it'll be dope. And I think I might have seen it already, and it was like, and it just goes real fast through the story, and it's not that good.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Lame.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, I don't want to see nothing unless they catching Mews, Lugias, Ho-Ohs, and Articunos. I think that the best
I
Pokemon
think
would be them actually going to catch those legendaries.
I think in Pokemon Origins he does catch Mewtwo.
Oh, hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, may have to check that out.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
let's take a quick break and come right back after this commercial break. All right, we're back. It's time for the questions. You can ask us questions at any time at blackgeekenergy@gmail.com, on Instagram and TikTok, Black Geek Energy, and on Twitter at BGE_pod. Demarcus.
Can I say one more thing about this Pokemon before we start these questions?
Go ahead.
I just learned that Red Ketchum, Red that we play in the games, is Ash's uncle and is the current champion of the Kanto region. Interesting. Anyway,
That
go
is
ahead with these questions.
But he didn't have a brother.
It's his dad. It's his dad's brother. And you know, we never see Ash's dad.
But we never see him as a kid either.
Who?
Ash's dad.
Yeah.
If that's his brother, we don't see him in the house.
No, we never do.
All right. So, Demarcus, you got a hickey? A hickey? Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, Demarcus. So I reached out to some
I'm a good Christian boy.
Did you go to church today?
I decided to do the podcast with you.
All right. Over God?
Say something.
Over the Lord and Savior?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you tell your mom Happy Mother's Day?
Not yet.
Oh. All right. So Demarcus, I have solicited my friends again to come up with a question for you. I know that you don't like my friends for some reason. I know that you have reservations about
I don't like
them.
when you do this.
I know that, but I really think that my friends have good questions for you. So I would like to ask you a question on their behalf.
All right.
Demarcus, here is my question. All right. All right. Stop looking at me like that.
Who made for you to ask this dumbass question?
Stop looking at me like that. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. Stop looking at me like that, Demarcus. All right, here we go.
No more. I'm looking down.
Here we go. All right. Have you ever let a girl hold your wee-wee while you pee-pee?
Nope. I have
Why
never.
not?
No, because ain't nobody earned it yet.
Oh, so you're saving that for marriage?
Not necessarily, but I just ain't letting nobody do it. I have had girls. Maybe I did let one girl do it, but I don't remember. No, I don't. I'm gonna say no because I don't recall letting any girl do it. But yeah, I've had girls that want to do it. They be like, "Oh, let me hold it." I'm just like, no, because you don't know what you're doing.
So multiple girls have said, "Let me hold it."
Apparently, it's a thing, Jerry. It's like a fascination. They be like, "Oh, just let me hold it while you pee," and they be like, "Oh, this is like the ultimate expression of love." And I'm like, "Well, you're not gonna get it over here."
Oh, so You withhold girls holding your pee pee while you pee. No, holding your wee wee while you pee pee because you want to lord your power over them like a true misogynist. But you do not mind sticking your wee wee inside of their hoo ha's. Crazy, crazy and misogynistic. What would it take for a
My dick.
girl?
It's me peeing. I don't ask to wipe them when they get through peeing.
That's not what they're asking. They're asking to hold your wee wee while you pee pee. It's not that
No.
big of a deal.
Then let them hold yours.
No girl has asked me to yet.
Mm, tragic.
It
Sad.
is. It
Sound like a
is.
sad story, bro.
It is. No girl has wanted me to, but like multiple girls asking you, it's like, DeMarcus, why would you like now it seems like you're like lording your wee wee power over them, over these poor unfortunate souls.
I'm not. I'm not lording nothing.
I mean, but you are. You said they didn't earn it yet. So what would it take for a girl to earn the power to hold your wee wee while you pee
The
pee?
power to hold my wee wee. Jared, let's. The answer is no. No girl has ever done it. Let's move on to the next question. God damn it.
DeMarcus, you are not doing anything with these um misogynistic allegations. So, DeMarcus, do you want a question based on someone's singing career? Do you want a question from Six Brown Chicks, of course, based on someone's side chick? Or do you want a question
Mm.
based on someone's sugar daddy?
So, singing career, side chick, or sugar daddy?
Yes.
Let's go with singing career. Let's keep it PG today.
Okay.
The Lord's Day and Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers out there.
All right. So, from Six Brown Chick, here is the next question. I've been blessed to sing for as long as I can remember. To create music is a gift from God. Selling it and making it in the music business is demonic. I should have been successful. I agreed to do the foul SHIT that was asked of me. I slept with men and women, and I never said no because I was playing the game. A minor label signed me, but the best songwriters would never work with me, and no one promoted me. So the label canceled my contract after one song. Still, I was sleeping around at industry events because I was trying to make it big. That was a decade ago. I found God and I raised and make some real life inspirational gospel for bad girls. The execs I knew before, those who are still alive, have said it's hard to market me as a gospel artist with the homemade sex tapes that are floating around of me. I think being an ex-industry whore builds my credibility and shows spiritual growth, so I'm going for it. However, I fear that my husband and church family may find out about my wild past and disown me. What to do?
I thought this was the safest question, Jared. Bamboozled me. I should have known. Okay, let me just go back through this. This person wanted to be a famous singer.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to make it in the music business.
Yes.
Let's assume that they have talent and that they can, in fact, sing and that they're good at it.
All right.
So they started. They would sleep with the executives or producers or whoever in order to build their career.
Mm-hmm.
And while the sleeping around part would happen, the building of the career part wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But they just continued to sleep around and just became, and they would just do it more and more. And even after getting canceled contracts or whatever, they would still be at these industry parties, fucking whoever, trying to make that music shit work. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm. And now they done switched to gospel. They done found God, and they like, hey, bada bing, bada boom. I'm, born again. And so now music is actually like, you got this shady past. We can't really market you as a gospel singer because shady past.
Yeah.
And all these sex tapes floating around.
Mm-hmm.
And she's worried that her husband and church family will find out and disown her. My first question is, why don't they already know, especially the husband? Why
Yeah.
doesn't the husband know your past already? Like, if we supposed to be, we getting married in front of God and everything with no secrets, like, why are there secrets? Why do I not know your past?
Yeah.
Like, I can understand if we dating and it's only like the first year of us dating and you don't tell me nothing about none of that, cool. But you trying to be my wife and I don't know that you used to get passed around the industry parties for 10 years. Like, that's something I got to know because I don't want to get blindsided by that later on in our marriage.
True. True. Yeah.
Um, and like, to go back a little bit, if you were sleeping around, got a record deal, and then they canceled it, why would you keep sleeping around? Like, that method obviously didn't work the first time or even the second time. And you did it for 10 years. Like, what? Like, I'm sure there's some sort of give and take in the music game. And sometimes that does become physical and sexual. And I have no idea who doesn't take part in that. I don't know whose careers have been made on their back and whose have been made on the track. Um, but from what I can see on the outside looking in, the people who have talent and who are like, oh, oh, they got it no matter what. Like, they reach the top no matter what. They reach their they reach their where they're supposed to be in the music game no matter what because they have the talent, because they can sing.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have to get on their back, and they ain't got to fuck nobody or let nobody fuck them to make it happen.
Like Beyonce.
Like I said, I don't know whose careers have been made on their back versus on the track.
Okay.
So it sounds like she just ain't got it, bro. It sounds like
Oh.
she don't got it, and I think on some level, at some point, she liked doing it. She liked fucking these folks to what I'm saying, with the guys, under the guise of like, oh, this is for my career. She liked doing it because what I what I learned early on in my dating world is like women want sex as much as men do. They just need sometimes, especially when younger women, they need a reason to be in that space. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm your girlfriend, we're in love. Oh, I'm just here because of XYZ. And I call it or how it's been explained to me, that they need their legs, their legitimate excuse to get some.
Not an acronym, DeMarcus.
Mm-hmm.
It is not that podcast. We making acronyms on how women work. But go ahead, keep going.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah. It's and men use it too. It's like, oh, we just gonna come over. I'm just gonna come over. We're gonna smoke. It's your legitimate excuse to get some. Y'all started out smoking. Something else happened. Netflix and chill. Your legitimate excuse to get some. Remember that legs. Remember to bring your legs.
Wow. Sounds horrible.
So yeah, I think that she should go ahead. Like, I do agree with her. Like, oh, because she's had this like shady past, it makes her story better as a gospel singer. She's now found the Lord and like, oh yeah, like now I create music that to save others and to help others out of the space that I was in or what have you. I think that's a great story. I think it should already be out there. I think her church family, I think at some point she should have did that testimony in church. And if not that, her husband should at least know, so that so that she doesn't have this dilemma now of like, oh, like I got a great story and I'm musically talented, and if we bridge these two things, I can be famous. Versus like, oh, I got a great story, and I'm trying to make my career, but if the story comes out, it's going to ruin my life.
Yeah, I agree with everything DeMarcus said except for the legs part. That just sounds horrible. Um,
Jared, you've used your legs before too.
No, I
You've
didn't have
been
an
you. I
excuse.
know you done been to somebody's house and been like, I'm just coming over here to watch a movie, nothing else. We not gonna do nothing.
I did.
Yeah,
I
that
definitely
watching a movie is your legs.
no. Okay. As an aside, one of my friends was bringing me a shot glass from London, so I went over there. I had no, in fact, it was like early one morning. I had um, no reason to have sex with this person. I had
We never,
no,
Jared, we never have a reason to have sex with these people.
like, I wasn't even horny. I was just like,
Mm-mm.
I'm just up. Let me just go get my shot glass, and then we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played like Smash Brothers for 2 hours, and then we
Mm-hmm.
played Double Dragon. Like it was just a whole thing. And then he said, "Why are you sitting all the way over there?" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to. I don't want to be intrusive on your space." He's like, "Oh, you're not." And then one day led to another day.
You like
You
bring
know,
that ass over.
I know. I did not go over there thinking that something like that was going to happen. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as this, I legitimately agree with what DeMarcus is saying. Um, and I also don't understand why the church doesn't know everything yet. Like why haven't you gone up at the front and said your testimony? I mean, even though you
Mm-hmm.
didn't get your music career or nothing good happened out of all that sexing, like like the sexing was fun. Like you had sex with men and women. You know what you like, and you found your husband. So I don't really understand why you are so embarrassed. You need to go to the front of the church, say I have a testimony. I was sucking and freaking dick and eating pussy and doing things in my butthole and everything
Oh my
else.
God. She never
And
said she didn't. No, let me put that on her.
and now I found my husband and we both love the Lord. So you need to go have your testimony. Just let the whole church know. Let everybody know at once, and then it'll be over with.
Mm-hmm.
What's the church gonna do? Disown you? If a church disowns you because of your past, then that's not a church you need to be at. Like that is
Mm-hmm.
antithesis of everything that a church should be. You need to find another
Yep.
church. So if your church is like that, where oh we're not going to do this because you did this 10 years ago or you did this yesterday and we're not going to welcome you here, that's not a church you need to be at. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can't go in front of your church and tell them everything that you did or let them know that you was an industry hoe in the past,
Wow.
then that's not a church you need to be at. All right, so yeah, I agree with Demarcus. Everybody needs to know, and you don't need to be holding all this guilt in because it's not even that serious, really. Who
Mm-hmm.
cares? But
I
yeah,
agree, Jared. Who cares, man? You lived your life and now you living it twice.
exactly. Exactly. All right, guys. You can ask us questions at blackgeekenergy@gmail.com, at Black Geek Energy on Instagram and TikTok, and BGE_pod on Twitter. You can also go to our YouTube page, type in Black Geek Energy, and you can, just comment and thumbs up some of the things there. You can also go on our iTunes page and you can leave comments and 5-star some things there.
Mm.
Okay, DeMarcus, any final words?
Mm. Pokemon Origins isn't streaming for free anywhere. That's disappointing. But we've talked a lot about evolution today and what requirements what requirements these creatures have to meet to evolve or digivolve or what have you. And whether or not it makes sense. And what I want to say is that it doesn't have to, apparently. And I want us to all take a bit from Pokemon and Digimon and realize that we can become better versions of ourselves, better, stronger, faster, smarter, what have you, versions of ourselves. And the way we get there doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you, I suppose. Like it could just be a matter of leveling up. You turn 30 one day and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna be a different person. Or You can meet someone and they become your best friend, and y'all friendship is so strong, you decide to become a better person. Or you can spin around 3 times for 5 seconds a day, and that could be the catalyst to your evolution. And you might not become necessarily stronger or whatever, but you evolve in your own way. And that's my final thought. Whatever kind of evolution you into that you're trying to achieve, it only has to make sense to you. And as long as you feel better on the other end of it, that's all that matters.
All right. You heard it here from DeMarcus. We'll see you next week on Black. Oh, the hearts. Okay, on Black Geek Energy.
BGE out. Thanks for listening.
How do I stop it? I can't even. Oh, okay. Bye, guys.
What's happening, my fellow geeks out there? It's a new year. Welcome to 2024. New me, or the same you. However you want to play it this year. I am here to tell y'all that I am in a much better space mentally, and a lot of that is due to getting, I'm not going to say the help I need, but having someone to talk to objectively, like that third party who's just there to give you advice and not really trying to put their own judgment on you, and also like kind of helping you, think through some of your thoughts. Maybe you're an external processor, maybe not. But you can do all of these things with BetterHelp.com. So you can be in the same place I am. You can be in a better place than I am. You can improve the way you think and the way you approach situations just by having someone to talk to about it that is not there to judge you, that is available at the send of a text, that you can switch them out if it's not working. If they're not giving you the advice you need, you can just say, hey, BetterHelp, give me someone else, and they'll find you someone else to partner with. Tell you it's an amazing service. And if you tell them we sent you, you're going to get a discount. Because why would we tell you to go if we're not going to hook you up? So go to betterhelp.com/BGEpod and tell them DeMarcus sent you.